Every single day, we are given a precious gift, the gift of life, the gift of a new beginning. But how many of us truly embrace this gift? How many of us wake up each morning with a fire in our hearts, ready to seize the day and make it count? My friends, today I want to talk to you about the power of forcing yourself to be active day by day. This is not just about physical activity. It's about engaging fully with life, about pushing yourself to grow, learn, and contribute every single day. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Force myself. That sounds harsh. Should not things come naturally? Well, let me tell you something. The most worthwhile things in life often require a little push. Think about a seed pushing through the soil to reach the sunlight. It's not easy, but it's necessary for growth. Your life is the sum total of your daily habits. It's not the big dramatic moments that define us, but the small, consistent actions we take day after day. If you want to transform your life, you need to transform your days. And that, my friends, is where the concept of forcing yourself to be active comes in. But what does it mean to be active? It's not just about running on a treadmill or lifting weights. Although physical activity is certainly important, being active means engaging fully with life. It means learning something new every day, even if it's just a small fact. It means reaching out to someone and making a connection. It means working towards your goals, no matter how small the step might be. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment that you are standing at the base of a mountain. The peak seems impossibly far away, shrouded in mist. That mountain represents your goals, your dreams, the person you want to become. How do you reach the top? Do you take one giant leap? Of course not. You take one step at a time, day after day, consistently moving forward. This is where the force part comes in. Some days you're going to wake up feeling motivated and energized. On those days, taking action is easy. But what about the days when you are tired, when you are discouraged, when life has thrown you a curveball? Those are the days when you need to force yourself to take action. Those are the days that truly define your journey. Remember, motivation is fickle. It comes and goes like the tide. But discipline, the ability to take action regardless of how you feel, that's the real key to transformation. When you force yourself to be active day by day, you are building that discipline muscle. You are telling yourself, I am in control. I choose my actions, not my emotions. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. If it were easy, everyone would be living their dream life. But I promise you, it's worth it. Every time you force yourself to take action, you are making a deposit in the bank of self-esteem. You are proving to yourself that you can be relied upon, that you can push through discomfort, that you can achieve what you set out to do. Have you ever seen a bamboo plant grow? For the first few years, it seems like nothing is happening. The plant puts all its energy into developing a strong root system underground. But once that foundation is laid, the bamboo can grow up to 90 feet in just 60 days. Your daily actions are like that bamboo plant. You might not see immediate results, but every single action is strengthening your foundation, preparing you for explosive growth. Think about it this way. If you improve just 1% each day, after a year you will be 37 times better. That's the power of consistent daily action. It's not about making huge leaps. It's about making small, consistent steps forward. When I say force yourself, I don't mean you should be harsh or unkind to yourself. This is not about punishment or self-flagellation. It's about loving yourself enough to do what's best for you, even when it's difficult. It's about being your own best friend, your own coach, your own cheerleader. Imagine you have a young child who needs to take medicine. The child doesn't want to, but you know it's necessary for their health. You wouldn't yell at the child or make them feel bad. Instead, you would encourage them, maybe make it into a game, or explain why it's important. That's how you need to treat yourself when you are forcing yourself to be active. Be firm, but be kind. When you force yourself to be active day by day, you are not just changing your actions, you are changing your self-image. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who can be counted on, someone who achieves their goals. This shift in self-image is incredibly powerful. It creates a positive feedback loop where your actions reinforce your self-image and your self-image inspires your actions. Moreover, being consistently active opens you up to new opportunities. When you are engaged with life, when you are constantly learning and growing, you become a magnet for positive experiences. You meet new people, you discover new passions, you see possibilities where others see obstacles. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I'm so busy already. How can I possibly do more? My friends, being active doesn't always mean adding more to your plate. Sometimes it means being more intentional with the time you have. It means turning off the TV and picking up a book. It means having a meaningful conversation instead of scrolling through social media. It means taking a walk and really observing the world around you instead of rushing from place to place on autopilot. Let me share a personal practice that has been transformative for me. Every morning before I do anything else, I spend 15 minutes in quiet reflection. I think about my goals, I visualize the person I want to become, and I set my intentions for This simple practice forces me to be active in my mind before my body even gets moving. It sets the tone for the entire day and ensures that I'm living with purpose, not just reacting to whatever comes my way. Some people think that forcing yourself to be active means you can never relax, never take a break. Nothing could be further from the truth. Rest and recovery are essential parts of an active life. The key is to make these periods of rest intentional and rejuvenating, not mindless and draining. Think about it like breathing. When you take a deep breath, you inhale fully and then you exhale fully. Your active periods are like the inhale. You engage fully, you push yourself, you grow. Your rest periods are like the exhale. You relax completely, you reflect, you integrate what you have learned. Both are necessary for a balanced, healthy life. Fear is often what holds us back from being active, from pushing ourselves. We fear failure, we fear looking foolish, we fear the unknown. But here's the secret. Action is the antidote to fear. When you force yourself to take action, you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. You build confidence, and confidence is fear's kryptonite. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person has failed numerous times. The difference is they kept going. They forced themselves to be active day after day, regardless of the outcome. They understood that the process is just as important as the result. Now, I want to give you some practical strategies for forcing yourself to be active day by day. First, start small. Don't try to revolutionize your entire life overnight. Pick one area where you want to be more active and focus on that. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes a day, or doing 10 push-ups, or writing in a journal. Whatever it is, make it small enough that you can't talk yourself out of it. Number 2, create a routine. Our brains love routine. When you do something at the same time every day, it becomes a habit, and habits are much easier to maintain than willpower alone. So, if you want to be more active, make it a non-negotiable part of your day, just like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. Number 3, use the power of accountability. Tell someone about your goal to be more active. Better yet, find an accountability partner who has a similar goal. When you know someone else is counting on you, you are much more likely to follow through. Number 4, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you force yourself to go for a walk, even though you didn't feel like it? Celebrate that. Did you learn one new word in a foreign language? Celebrate that. These celebrations reinforce the positive behavior and make it more likely that you will continue. Number 5, prepare for obstacles. We often fail to be active because we are not prepared. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. If you want to eat healthier, prep your meals in advance. Remove as many barriers as possible between you and the active life you want to lead. Number 6, use the power of visualization. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself being active, achieving your goals, living the life you want. This mental rehearsal can be incredibly powerful in motivating you to take action. Number 7, practice self-compassion. There will be days when you fail to be as active as you would like. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Instead, treat yourself with kindness. Learn from the experience. When you commit to this way of life, you don't just transform yourself. You inspire others. Your children, your friends, your colleagues, they all notice. They see you pushing yourself, growing, achieving. And whether they realize it or not, it impacts them. You become a living example of what's possible when someone commits to personal growth. Think about the people you admire most. Chances are they are people who are consistently active in pursuing their goals and learning and contributing to the world. By forcing yourself to be active day by day, you are joining their ranks. You are becoming the kind of person that others look up to and want to emulate. But here's the beautiful thing. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be consistently active, consistently pushing yourself to grow. It's not about competing with others. It's about becoming the best version. Let's address another common concern. Some people worry that forcing themselves to be active will lead to burnout, but here's the truth. Burnout doesn't come from being active. It comes from being active in ways that don't align with your values and goals. When you force yourself to be active in pursuit of what truly matters to you, it energizes you. It gives you purpose. It makes you come alive. Think about a time when you were completely absorbed in an activity you loved. Maybe you were playing music or cooking a meal or solving a challenging problem. Time seemed to fly by, didn't it? That's what psychologists call flow state. And it's a perfect example of how being active can be energizing rather than draining. Now, it's easy to focus on just one area of life, often work or physical fitness. But true fulfillment comes from being active across all areas of life. This includes your physical health, yes, but also your mental health, your relationships, your spiritual life, your creative pursuits, your contribution to society. So as you commit to forcing yourself to be active day by day, I want you to think holistically. How can you be more active in nurturing your relationships? How can you be more active in feeding your mind with new ideas? How can you be more active in expressing your creativity? How can you be more active in contributing to your community? Remember, life is not a spectator sport. It's meant to be lived fully, actively, passionately. When you force yourself to be active day by day, you are not just going through the motions. You are truly living. You are squeezing every drop of potential out of this precious gift of life. It's easy to be active when you are feeling motivated or when things are going well. But the real magic happens when you are consistent. When you force yourself to be active even when you don't feel like it. That's when you build true strength of character. Think about water dripping on a rock. One drop doesn't make much difference. But over time, that consistent drip can carve a hole in the heart of stone. That's the power of forcing yourself to be active day by day. Each individual action might seem small, but over time, they add up to create massive change. I want you to imagine yourself a year from now. If you commit to forcing yourself to be active every single day, where will you be? What will you have accomplished? How will you have grown? The possibilities are truly endless. But here's the catch. That future version of yourself is not guaranteed. It's a potential waiting to be realized. And the only way to realize it is through consistent daily action. By forcing yourself to be active day by day, you are building a bridge to that future self. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I can't stay consistent? My friends, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every time you fall short, you learn something. You grow stronger. The only true failure is giving up entirely. So if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Don't use it as an excuse to quit. Instead, recommit. Force yourself to get back on track immediately. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent over the long term. When you force yourself to be active day by day, you are not just changing your actions, you are changing your mindset. You are developing what psychologists call a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve, that your abilities are not fixed but can be developed through effort and practice. This mindset shift is incredibly powerful. When you believe you can grow and improve, you are more likely to embrace challenges, to persist in the face of setbacks, to see effort as a path to mastery. And all of these qualities make it easier to force yourself to be active day by day. Now, I want to address something important. When we talk about forcing ourselves to be active, it's easy to fall into the trap of always focusing on the future, always striving for the next goal. But it's equally important to be present, to be active in this moment. So as you force yourself to be active day by day, remember to also force yourself to be present. Really taste your food. Really listen when someone is speaking to you. Really feel the ground beneath your feet when you're walking. This presence, this full engagement with the present moment, is a form of being active that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful. Reflection. It's crucial to take time to reflect on your progress. What's working well? What could be improved? What have you learned about yourself? This reflection allows you to adjust your course as needed and to fully appreciate how far you have come. I recommend setting aside time each week for this reflection. Maybe a Sunday evening or Friday afternoon. Whenever it is, make it a sacred time. Review your week, celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and set your intentions for the coming week. Some people think that forcing yourself to be active means you have to be serious all the time, that there's no room for play or joy. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, play and joy are essential forms of being active. When was the last time you did something just for the sheer fun of it? When was the last time you laughed until your sides hurt? These moments of play and joy are not frivolous. They are vital. They recharge us, they inspire us, they connect us with others. So as you force yourself to be active day by day, make sure to include activities that bring you joy and allow you to play. Let's talk about the power of your environment. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, the physical spaces you inhabit, the information you consume, has a huge impact on your ability to be active. So part of forcing yourself to be active is creating an environment that supports your goals. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be active, who challenge you to grow. Create a physical space that energizes you and supports your activities. Curate the information you consume to feed your mind with positive, motivating content. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Now, I want to talk about the importance of service. When we force ourselves to be active day by day, it's easy to become self-focused. But true fulfillment comes from using our gifts to serve others. So as you become more active, more capable, more confident, ask yourself, how can I use these qualities to make a positive difference in the world? Maybe it's volunteering at a local charity. Maybe it's mentoring someone who's just starting out in your field. Maybe it's using your skills to help a friend in need. Whatever it is, find ways to be active in service to others. Not only will this make the world a better place, but it will also give you a sense of purpose and fulfillment that's hard to find any other way. When you are active in service, you are not just improving your own life. You are creating ripples of positive change that extend far beyond yourself. Let's delve deeper into this idea of service. You see, when we force ourselves to be active day by day, we are not just building our own strength. We are developing a capacity to uplift others. Think about it. Every skill you hone, every bit of knowledge you gain, every challenge you overcome, these all become tools you can use to help others on their journey. Here's something fascinating. When we help others, we often find that we are helping ourselves in the process. It's a beautiful paradox. By focusing outward, by being active in service to others, we often find the very things we've been seeking for ourselves: purpose, meaning, connection, growth. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment that you are a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't run around trying to save ships. It stands strong, shines its light, and guides the way. By forcing yourself to be active day by day, you are building yourself into that lighthouse. You are becoming a beacon of hope, inspiration, and guidance for others. But remember, a lighthouse needs to be maintained. It needs fuel for its light. And that's where self-care comes in. As you commit to being active in service to others, don't forget to also be active in taking care of yourself. This is not selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say. So what does active self-care look like? It might mean forcing yourself to go to bed at a reasonable hour, even when you are tempted to stay up late. It might mean preparing nutritious meals instead of opting for fast food. It might mean setting boundaries with people who drain your energy. It might mean taking time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether that's reading, meditation, exercise, or a hobby you love. You are not just going through the motions, you are engaging with life. And one of the best ways to engage is through curiosity. Ask questions, wonder about things, explore new ideas. Curiosity is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, and a strong sense of curiosity can make being active so much easier. When you're curious, you are naturally motivated to learn, to explore, to try new things. You don't have to force yourself as much because your curiosity is pulling you forward. So how can you cultivate curiosity? Start by asking more questions. When you read a news article, don't just accept it at face value. Ask why, how, what if. When you meet someone new, be genuinely interested in their story. When you encounter a problem, get curious about potential solutions instead of getting frustrated. Let's shift gears and talk about the role of discomfort in being active. Here's a truth that many people don't want to hear. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you want to truly transform your life by forcing yourself to be active day by day, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. This doesn't mean you need to be miserable, but it does mean you need to be willing to stretch yourself, to try things that scare you a little, to persist when things get tough. Every time you push through discomfort to take action, you are expanding your comfort zone. You are proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Now, I want to address something that often holds people back from being consistently active. Perfectionism. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. It can make you feel like if you can't do something perfectly, it's not worth doing at all. But here's the truth. Imperfect action is infinitely better than perfect inaction. When you force yourself to be active day by day, you are embracing progress over perfection. You are saying, I may not do this perfectly, but I'm going to do it anyway. And you know what? That's where the real magic happens. That's where you learn, grow, and eventually excel. Habits. When you first start forcing yourself to be active, it can feel like a constant struggle. But over time, as you consistently take action, these actions become habits. And habits are powerful. They are actions that you do automatically without having to exert willpower or make conscious decisions. The key to building habits is consistency. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. If you want to build a habit of reading every day, it's better to read for 10 minutes consistently than to read for an hour once a week. Small, consistent actions are the building blocks of powerful habits. Now, I want to address the role of rest in an active life. It might seem counterintuitive, but rest is a crucial part of being active. Just as your muscles need rest to grow stronger after exercise, your mind and spirit need rest to integrate the growth that comes from being active. Make your rest active too. Instead of collapsing on the couch and binge watching TV, engage in restful activities that rejuvenate you. This might be reading a book, taking a nature walk, practicing meditation, or engaging in a creative hobby. The goal is to come out of your rest periods feeling energized and ready to be active again. Let's talk about the importance of celebration. When you are forcing yourself to be active day by day, it's easy to always focus on what's next, what still needs to be done. But it's crucial to take time to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Did you force yourself to go for a run even though you didn't feel like it? Celebrate that. Did you reach out to a friend instead of scrolling through social media? Celebrate that. Did you learn one new thing today? Celebrate that. These celebrations reinforce the positive behavior, and make it more likely that you will continue to be active. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people commit to being more active. The fear of what others will think. Maybe you are worried that your friends or family won't understand why you are suddenly so focused on personal growth. Maybe you are concerned that people will think you are being selfish or that you are changing too much. When you commit to forcing yourself to be active day by day, you will change, you will grow. And not everyone in your life will understand or support that. But that's okay. Your journey is yours alone. While it's wonderful to have support, you don't need anyone's permission to improve your life. Remember, the people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Those who truly care about you will be happy to see you growing and thriving, even if they don't fully understand your journey. Let's talk about the power of words. The language you use, both when talking to others and in your own internal dialogue, has a huge impact on your ability to be active. Are you using language that empowers you or language that holds you back? Instead of saying, I have to do this, try saying, I get to do this, instead of this is too hard. Try this is challenging, but I'm capable of figuring it out. Instead of, I don't have time, try this is not a priority for me right now. These small shifts in language can make a big difference in your mindset and your ability to take action. Now let's address the role of failure in an active life. When you commit to forcing yourself to be active day by day, you are going to fail sometimes. You are going to have days when you don't meet your goals, when you fall short of your expectations. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust your approach, to come back stronger. The only real failure is giving up entirely. So when you fall short, don't beat yourself up. What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to be even more active tomorrow? Clarity. When you are forcing yourself to be active day by day, it's crucial to be clear about what you are working towards. What are your goals? What kind of person do you want to become? What does an active life look like for you specifically? Take some time to really think about these questions. Write down your answers. Be as specific as possible. This clarity will serve as a compass guiding your daily actions and helping you stay on track when things get tough. Now, I want to address the role of gratitude in an active life. It might seem paradoxical, but cultivating gratitude can actually motivate you to be more active. When you are grateful for what you have, you are more likely to want to make the most of it. When you are grateful for your body, you are more likely to want to take care of it. When you are grateful for your mind, you are more likely to want to challenge it and help it grow. Try starting each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. This simple practice can shift your mindset and set a positive tone for the day, making it easier to force yourself to be active. The power of visualization. Athletes have long used visualization techniques to improve their performance, and you can use the same techniques to boost your ability to be active. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself taking action, overcoming obstacles, achieving your goals. This mental rehearsal can make it easier to actually take action when the time comes. Now, I want to address something that often holds people back from being consistently active. The fear of success. It might sound strange, but many people are unconsciously afraid of succeeding. They worry about the increased responsibility that might come with success, or they fear that they won't be able to handle it if they actually achieve their goals. If you find yourself self-sabotaging or holding back, ask yourself if this fear might be at play. Remember, you are capable of handling success. You are worthy of achieving your goals. And the best way to prepare for success is to keep forcing yourself to be active day by day. The importance of flexibility. While it's crucial to be consistent in forcing yourself to be active, it's equally important to be flexible in your approach. Life is unpredictable, and there will be times when your planned activities aren't possible or aren't serving you well. Being active doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan no matter what. It means consistently taking action towards your goals, even if that action looks different from day to day. So be willing to adjust your approach as needed. If you can't go for a run, do some yoga instead. If you can't work on your main project, learn something new that might help you in the future. The key is to always be moving forward, even if the path looks different than you expected. Now let's address the role of patience in an active life. When you commit to forcing yourself to be active day by day, you are embarking on a lifelong journey of growth and transformation. And like any journey, there will be times when progress seems slow or even non-existent. During these times, it's crucial to cultivate patience. Remember, you are playing the long game here. You are not just trying to be active for a day or a week or a month. You are building a lifestyle of consistent action and growth. Trust the process. Keep showing up, keep taking action, and the results will come. While forcing yourself to be active is ultimately an individual choice, having a supportive community can make it so much easier. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who support your growth. This might mean joining a club or group related to your goals. It might mean finding an accountability partner who's on a similar journey. It might mean participating in online communities focused on personal development. Whatever form it takes, a supportive community can provide encouragement, advice, and motivation when you need it most. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people commit to being more active. The fear of burnout, it's a valid concern. If you push yourself too hard for too long without proper rest and recovery, you can indeed burn out. Being consistently active doesn't mean being constantly active. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm, a pace that you can maintain over the long term. This includes building in regular periods of rest and recovery. Remember, even the most active river has calm pools where the water can rest and gather strength before moving on. You're not just doing, you're also learning. Every action you take, every challenge you face, every goal you achieve is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself and the world around you. Cultivate a learner's mindset. Be curious about your experiences. Ask yourself, what worked well? What could I do differently next time? What surprised me? This ongoing process of reflection and learning will help you become more effective in your actions over time. Now, I want to address the role of purpose in an active life. When you have a strong sense of purpose, a clear understanding of why you are doing what you are doing, it becomes much easier to force yourself to be active day by day. Your purpose acts as a driving force, pulling you forward even when motivation is low. Take some time to reflect on your purpose. Why is being active important to you? What larger goals or values does it serve? How does it connect to your vision for your life? The clearer you are about your purpose, the easier it will be to stay committed to your active lifestyle. It's easy to focus on big goals and overlook the small victories along the way. But these small wins are crucial. They build momentum, boost your confidence, and provide tangible evidence of your progress. So celebrate your small wins. Did you choose a healthy snack instead of junk food? That's a win. Did you spend 10 minutes learning a new skill? That's a win. Did you reach out to a friend instead of scrolling through social media? That's a win. These small actions might seem insignificant on their own, but they add up to big changes over time. Now, I want to address something that often holds people back from being consistently active: the belief that they need to feel motivated or inspired to take action. But here's the truth. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. If you wait until you feel motivated to be active, you will never make consistent progress. Instead, focus on discipline. Discipline is about taking action regardless of how you feel. It's about honoring your commitments to yourself even when you don't feel like it. And here's the beautiful thing. Action often leads to motivation. Once you start moving, you will often find that motivation follows. Let's talk about the importance of self-awareness in an active life. The more you understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, your triggers, the more effectively you can force yourself to be active. Pay attention to when you feel most energized and productive. Notice what tends to derail your plans or sap your energy. Be honest with yourself about your tendencies and habits. This self-awareness will allow you to set yourself up for success, to work with your natural rhythms and tendencies rather than against them. Now, I want to address the role of creativity in being active. When we think of being active, we often focus on physical activity or productive tasks. But creative expression is also a powerful form of being active. It engages your mind, challenges you to think in new ways, and allows you to bring something new into the world. So don't neglect your creative side as you force yourself to be active day by day. Whether it's writing, painting, music, dance, or any other form of creative expression, make time for creativity in your life. It's not just a nice to have, it's an essential part of a full, active life. Having a solid routine can make things so much easier. A routine reduces the number of decisions you have to make, which in turn reduces decision fatigue and makes it easier to take action. Consider creating a morning routine that sets you up for an active day. This might include things like exercise, meditation, journaling, or reviewing your goals. The specific activities matter less than the consistency. By starting your day with purposeful action, you set a positive tone that can carry through the rest of your day. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people commit to being more active: the fear of missing out, or FOMO. You might worry that by focusing so much on being active and productive, you will miss out on fun or relaxation. Being active doesn't mean you can't also have fun and relax. In fact, when you are consistently active in pursuit of your goals, you will likely find that you enjoy your leisure time even more. You will be able to relax without the nagging feeling that you should be doing something else, because you will know that you have already put in the work. The importance of mindfulness in an active life. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, can significantly enhance your ability to be active. When you are mindful, you are more aware of your thoughts and feelings, which allows you to make conscious choices rather than reacting on autopilot. Try incorporating mindfulness into your daily activities. When you are exercising, really feel your body moving. When you are working, give your full attention to the task at hand. When you are resting, truly allow yourself to relax. This mindful approach can make every action more effective and fulfilling. Forcing yourself to be active day by day is not about becoming a different person. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about living up to your potential, about making the most of this precious gift of life.